Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Yesterday, Arsenal unveiling the statue of Arsene Wenger, and if you haven't seen that statue yet, make sure you check out the video where Ty was there talking about Arsene Wenger. But really good to see that, after all these years, they've done a statue to him, be the official unveiling next week, just ahead of that game in the Emirates Cup, and a real big honor to Arsenal's greatest ever manager. I was thinking to myself, what if he had the budgets that Mikel Arteta has got right now? I mean, what would he have been able to do? Because he went so many years without having hardly any budget to spend, and still was putting together teams that got into the top four. There was also the thing that he didn't like to spend big money as well. So would he have spent, like, say, £100 million on Declan Rice? It would have been really interesting to see. But great to see that Arsene Wenger has got a statue. But of course, it's all about transfers right now. Incomings, outgoings. Outgoings seems to be a priority for Arsenal, although nobody's really moved out yet. The big one is following Balogun. Where is he going to go? There are a lot of clubs interested in him. It looks almost certain that he's going to leave the club. Didn't really figure on the pre-season tour of the United States of America. And as I said yesterday, when you consider that he's now the striker for the USA, that was very odd. It's because they're protecting him. I mean, I know they said, he had a slight foot injury. I feel they're protecting an asset that they know they can sell. And Arsenal want big money for him. Now, Inter Milan are said to have put in a bid of £30 million for Balogun, but that was rejected by Arsenal. They're looking for anything between 45 to 50 million pounds for him. And as I said, there are a lot of teams interested in him. Inter Milan and AC Milan are interested in Balogun. But this club that I heard about today, I found this one very interesting. Manchester United have also considered Balogun. Of course, they're looking for a striker. They've initially, it was thought that they try and get Harry Kane. That's looking really difficult to get done. Rasmus Højlund, they've been trying to bring him from Atalanta. They put in a couple of bids for that, but that's looking very difficult to get done as well. And when you think about it, Balogun's had a much better scoring record than Højlund as well. They're said to have considered it, but they've not put in any bids. They're looking on it and thinking it's unlikely that Arsenal would want to sell Balogun to Manchester United. We all remember the Alexis Sanchez deal and Robin van Persie. Whilst Balogun's not in that category, we don't really want to be strengthening Manchester United, and that's why they're reluctant to bid at the moment. But they are desperate for a striker. I'd to put it to you guys, actually, if United came in with a big enough bid, and we know that Arsenal are looking for around about 45 to 50 million, if they could say United came in with 50 million pounds, would you sell Balogun to Manchester United? I want to ask all the Arsenal fans that today. Would you sell Balogun to Manchester United if they put in a bid of 50 million pounds? Please let me know in the comments. Really, really interesting to know. I was interested in this one yesterday, or today, should I say. Ousmane Dembele, of course, of Barcelona, played against Arsenal the other night. Had a couple of chances, actually. I think he hit the post with one. But really interesting to see the RMC Sport claiming that PSG are on the verge of buying Ousmane Dembele. Now, he's got this release clause that a lot of people didn't know about, but he's got a release clause of £43 million in his Barcelona contract that runs out at the end of July. So basically on Monday, that's it. You won't be able to activate this release clause. There's lots of talk here from RMC that PSG are going to activate this release clause and bring him back to France. Now, I'm looking at it, I'm like, Arsenal looking for a right winger. Looking for a right winger who will offer a lot of competition to Saka. Ousmane Dembele, £43 million. I mean, we've been talking about Mohamed Kudus and various different players, but Ousmane Dembele, I mean, he's valued at around about 60 million, but with this release clause, we could get him away for cheaper. Should Arsenal be looking to try and go in there with a little hijack and possibly get him away from, PSG, getting him and bring him in at Arsenal? Really, listen, they haven't done that, but I was just curious to know from you guys what you think about that. And also, I was reading this with real interest as well, that ex-Arsenal player, Julio Baptista, I remember when he used to play for Arsenal back in the day, Brazilian, he was talking to Goal recently, and he was suggesting that Arsenal should try and make a move for Neymar. Now, Neymar, of course, still at PSG, but it looks like he'll probably be on his way out this summer as well. We know that Messi's gone. It's a whole Mbappe saga going on right now. And PSG would like to move on Neymar as well. He's fallen out with the fans. Remember, there was the scenes where fans were protesting outside his house. He's been injured for a bit, but would be available. Now, he's an absolutely top quality player on his day. I mean, I was watching him in the World Cup over there in Qatar, and he was outstanding until he got injured. Julio Baptista saying that Arsenal, especially with the progression they're making nowadays and that, should be making a move for a player like Neymar, and Neymar should consider Arsenal. Again, I want to ask you guys, would you have Neymar at Arsenal? Remember, he plays on the left wing as well. So what would that do to Gabriel Martinelli? It would be them two battling it out for that spot. I guess you got Trossard there as well. So, but there's no doubt about it. Neymar is world class. We're back in the Champions League. Could a player like this push us towards winning it? I mean, again, I'm putting it to you guys. Would you have Neymar at Arsenal? Available. Not an impossible deal. Valued at around about £60 million. 31 now, so getting a little older. But would you have Neymar at Arsenal? Excuse me. Would love to know from you guys. On the Mohamed Kudus thing, still Arsenal linked heavily with him today. It was interesting to read that Ajax's sporting director, Sven Mislintat, remember, he was actually at Arsenal doing the same role for us. He's now at Ajax. He said yesterday that there's no bids have come in yet for Kudus. He did, however, suggest that, he could be one of the players moving on along with Enzo Fernandez this summer. But no bids yet. I mean, we've been told that Chelsea are really close to a deal there. It doesn't look like there is nothing close at the moment. No movement yet from Arsenal, just lots of interest. No movement from Chelsea as well. Where is he going to end up? As I said, Man United also showing an interest in him as well. So let's see how that develops. And Kieran Tierney, there's been lots of rumours linking him with a move away. At one point, it seemed almost certain that he's going to be leaving. But the publication Fishes saying that he's decided to stay at Arsenal and fight for his place. He doesn't want to leave Arsenal. He wants to stay and fight for his place. There's also been other rumours saying that Mikel Arteta considers Kieran Tierney to be in his plans for this year. And we know that recently in an interview, Kieran Tierney said he's happy at Arsenal. He doesn't want to leave Arsenal. He's happy there. So it's going to be interesting to see where Kieran Tierney is playing his football come September the 1st. Will Mikel Arteta keep him? I mean, we saw in the pre-season, he didn't start any of them. Even Timber started as a left-back. Tomiyasu started as a left-back ahead of Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney has recently said that, he's been trying to learn off of Zinchenko, the sort of inverted role. Is there going to be a place for him at Arsenal? And if a bid comes in for him, will Mikel Arteta stick to that and say he's in his plans? Although this publication are claiming that he's definitely going to stay, I still, I still would want to wait until the end of the transfer window. I just get the feeling if a big bid came in for him, Arsenal might let him go. If not, they keep him. But Kieran Tierney, I think that's going to run right until the end of the transfer window. So those are your rumours for today. Don't forget to subscribe here to AFTV. You will not miss a thing when it comes to transfer rumours. So do that right now. Turn on your notifications and we'll see you tomorrow. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.